Hey everyone, Mark Brooks here with the swing analysis breakdown where you tell me whose swing you like to see, and I'll give you some hitting tips today that'll make you a better hitter tomorrow. So today we have Dustin Pedroia, and as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Dustin Pedroia. The main reason is because he's a guy who plays the game with reckless abandon. He trusts his abilities. He's not worried about making a mistake. He doesn't swing the bat to not miss. He swings to hit the ball hard, right? So there are some things in his swing and his approach to the plate that I want to share with you guys that I think is really going to help you. One thing that I want you guys to understand about Dustin Pedroia, what makes him a unique hitter, is the fact that he does get that really healthy separation. If you notice that as he strides, his hands go back, and he uses his hands to pull. He uses his hips to pull his hands through the zone, so much so that you can actually see the wrinkles in his jersey. So his hips are opening slightly. He's hitting off of a stiff front leg, and then he's using his hips to pull his hands through the zone. Now, there are a couple of things that I want to share with you. One's a really interesting story that I think is going to really motivate you going into the season. But there is a disclaimer I wanted to talk to you guys about. I go into detail with a lot of my hitters during my private hitting lessons about finding a stride, meaning what you do with your front foot, that is specific to your own physical makeup. Now, if you look at Dustin Pedroia here, I have to just be honest with you guys. I think he's a poor example of somebody, or not necessarily a poor example, but just somebody who you shouldn't necessarily model after as far as a stride. And the main reason is because Dustin has a huge stride. The average stride for a player is anywhere between 4 to 6 inches. His is probably close to 5 to 10 inches. So the main reason is this. What I'm trying to communicate to you guys is that if your foot is moving too much, if your stride is too big, that means your head is moving too much, right? Now, if your head is moving too much, if you have too much head movement, that means your eyes are moving too much. And you can have the most beautiful swing in the world. It won't matter because you're not seeing the ball effectively. You're not seeing it clearly. You're not going to know what adjustment to make. So I think the reason why Dustin Pedroia has been able to do this is because he has incredible hand-eye coordination on the level of Ichiro Suzuki. So my advice to you is to find a stride that works for you, that's specific to you, in a way that allows you to minimize that head movement, especially early on when you're making the adjustments to hitting higher velocity fastballs. And I want to share a story with you guys that's really interesting about Dustin Pedroia. This was back in, I think, 2006, 2007. And Manny Ramirez and Big Papi went down with injuries, and Dustin Pedroia, is now the leader of the team, and he calls his former college coach Murphy at Arizona State, and he says, Murph, don't blink. I'm about to put Red Sox Nation on my back. And that month he hit 13 bombs. That's just it's an amazing example. It's an amazing story of a guy who doesn't refuse that call to adventure. He relishes with the responsibility and the expectations of an entire culture, right? Let alone a baseball team. So my question to you is, what kind of player are you? Are you the type of guy who shies away from responsibility, who shies away from expectations as a hitter, or is that when you play your best? Tell me in the comments down below, and don't forget to tell me whose swing you'd like to see in the next video. Talk to you guys next time.